Hello, everybody. Welcome. Today, we're going to look at a case that was filed in the U.S. District Court for the Eastern District of Kentucky. So, this is for a person that was filing for naturalization, and they've been waiting a very long time. But there's a little bit of an issue: is that he's probably going through deportation proceedings. So, let's take a look at this case. So like I said, it was filed in the Eastern District of Kentucky, and they sued the USCIS and the field office director. So this plaintiff, the person that is suing, filed an application for naturalization. He appeared for an interview, passed the English and the civic test, and then he's been waiting 2 years, and his application for naturalization has neither been approved or denied. There is an issue. There's 2 past misdemeanor convictions, and then he's involved in proceedings that may result in his deportation. And while the deportation proceedings are pending, the executive branch is barred from considering the application. But the question is, can the judicial branch consider it? So again, remember the 3 separate branches of the U.S. government. We have the executive, legislature, and the judicial branch. And and the court concludes that no, the court may not adjudicate the application while the removal proceedings are pending. And then the USCIS motion to dismiss is going to be granted. So here is some history again. Like I said, the plaintiff is a lawful permanent resident, and he filed an application for naturalization, appeared for the naturalization interview, and he passed the English and the U.S. history exam, and there was no decision regarding his application. And there is a removal proceeding due to 2 prior misdemeanor convictions. And he is allegedly subject to deportation from the U.S. for his misdemeanor because those are considered crimes involving moral turpitude. But he's saying that his misdemeanor convictions do not bar him from showing good moral character as is necessary for naturalization eligibility because it occurred more than 5 years ago. He then asked the court for relief and to adjudicate the application. In the alternative, he's asking for declaratory relief, finding that there is that he's eligible for naturalization. All right. So some of the reasonings for the court are for the first, they're going to look at go into detailed analysis for adjudicating his naturalization application. Saying the court is not allowed to adjudicate his naturalization application while his removal proceedings are pending. And what the law says is that the sole authority to naturalize a person as a U.S. citizen is conferred on the Attorney General. If the Attorney General does not make a decision within 120 days of the initial examination, the applicant may file a petition in federal court to seek a review of the application. But in the Immigration Act of 1990, it says that no application for naturalization shall be considered by the Attorney General if there is a pending removal proceeding. So there is a pending removal proceeding. According, the question that arises in this case is whether a district court may consider a petition when the Attorney General, the executive branch, is precluded from considering the application because there is a removal proceeding. So the USCIS says that is no, and the court agrees with that. And then the next question is, because the removal proceeding is currently pending, the court is precluded from affording him the relief. Then the second issue was whether the court can declare declaratory relief regarding his eligibility for naturalization. And here also the court says no. Even if the court determined that he's eligible for naturalization, he would still face a possibility of deportation from the U.S. because his removal proceeding is still pending. Thus, a declaratory judgment would not provide him with relief that he ultimately seeks. So so what the court did was they granted the motion from USCIS to dismiss, and this complaint has been dismissed as well. All right, everybody, if you like this, give me a thumbs up, like, subscribe, and so more people are able to find this channel. Thank you very much for your time. Thanks. Bye-bye.